Alright, so I looked online to try to solve a problem with my daughter's little Tao Tao 125 where it wouldn't start. Anytime I went to engage the starter would spin and you hear just a cracking, grinding sound from the flywheel. And so I thought that maybe it was the clutch, and I couldn't find anything online. So I bought this here spare engine for 50 bucks from a guy off of Facebook. And what I did is I popped the flywheel off and switched it over to my bike, and now it starts fine. But I thought I'd show you what the problem was with the starting clutch, because I was able to fix it. So when I took the flywheel off, this is the one from my daughter's Tao Tao, and inside here there's three little bearings almost that bite when you engage the starter. You can see there it kind of rolls. Well, what had happened is that one of the springs had gotten, I guess, compressed over time. So what I did was I gently kind of massaged it out and made it a little bit longer. Then I was able to fit it back in, and then it started up fine. So I'll put it back in here and I'll show you. This again is the one that wouldn't start before. Alright, so it's got these little caps that hold the spring in place. So it just fits in, and that would press against this little bearing like unit. So we'll slide this back in. So there's a little hole that it slides into. Then this guy here goes into a seat. Just gonna grab a screwdriver here. Get a proper one. Okay. So we'll hold this guy back in place and just slide the little bearing in. And you can see that now it holds it better in place. And before it just would fall out because there wasn't enough spring in the spring. So we'll put it back on. If I can line up the keyway. Okay. And bolts on. Gotta love impact. Alright, so that's on. And again, this is just for demonstration purposes only. Alright, so you can see now it turns it over, it bites no problem. And then when the engine takes over, it spins freely, but in that way, it bites. So you can see that the ratchet is actually engaging now in the clutch. Yeah, I don't know, I couldn't find anything on YouTube to help me out with it, so my neighbor and I tore this one apart and figured, holy crap, it was so simple. So if you're having that problem with your Chinese quad, or bike, or, that's easier. If you're having a problem with your Chinese quad, or your scooter, or your bike, look online, pick up a cheap used engine, because you can find them a dime a dozen, and yeah, just swap out the flywheel, and problem solved. Hopefully that helps. Alright, so just to show how much better it works now. No more clicking or grinding, and it just fires right up. The carburetor needed some love too, but yeah, runs like a champ. Helps if I have a charged battery, I suppose. But I'll show you here, I mounted an LED pod there on the handlebars. You still got the irregular light, but then the LED just adds a little bit of extra light for when you're turning. I thought it looked sharp. And then what I did for that is I just tied it right into the main wiring for the light itself. So it just comes on with the main headlight. So low beams and high beams, it just stays on. But yeah, nope. My daughter's excited. She loves ripping around on it. It's a little cold up here right now, but still, it's nice to go out for 10 or 20 minutes at a time and get her used to riding.